All right, I'm getting ready to add some color to the eyes and to the background. I'm using a turquoise color for the eyes, and I'm going to use that same color in the background with a little bit of green. It helps to use some of the same colors around in different locations on your artwork. That way your eye travels around the artwork. If I had only used that turquoise color on the eyes, you would have been drawn to her eyes immediately. But having that same color in the background just helps your eyes to travel around the artwork. I should have used probably a little bit bigger brush for this too. It would have gone a little quicker, but I just use whatever I have in my hands at the moment, so I just kept going with it. And I'm just continuing to add that turquoise color, a little bit of water, a little bit of green. Sorry, I kind of have her off screen a little bit. And you can see right there, I just stuck my finger right in her eye. It was still wet. Luckily, I caught myself before I smeared it. There's so many different things you can do with watercolor on the background. Like in this case, while it's still wet, you could add some salt into it, let it dry completely. Once it's dry, then work the salt off, and it adds a really beautiful texture. I didn't do that with this, but it's something to do sometime. It's a lot of fun. And since I decided to collage the clothing with scrapbook paper over top, I didn't worry about the lines where the clothes are. I painted over them. And I made sure she was dry. I went back in to add a little bit more color. And now I'm going back in with a little cad red on the lip, just darken that upper lip a little bit. So your upper lip should be darker than the bottom lip. And gently. And now I'm going around trying to soften the edges a little bit. And I made sure she was dry again. Now I'm going to go in with a dark gray pen, and I'm going to start outlining her and her features. Trying to add some detail in the hair. outlining the hair. Just trying to make the hair look like there's some movement to it. I decide later on that I don't like the hair at all, so I make it darker. Now, as you can tell, I'm going around the bird. Going around the upper eye crease, going around the eyes themselves, the lash line, around the nose, the lips. Starting to get that detail in there. Sorry, my hand's in the way. And the eyebrow. Adding in some lashes. Someone said one time, and I heard this, I'm not sure where, that if you add eyelashes, be bold about it. Don't be shy when you start to add eyelashes. Don't be timid about it. And it's absolutely true. If you go slow, your lines will be crooked. Go into them and act like you know what you're doing and just do them. That's if you want to add eyelashes. I love adding eyelashes. Now I'm going in with my Sharpie pen, add some highlights. Bottom lip, on the nose, on the brow bone, adding that twinkle in the eye. I'll add some to the cheekbones, on the chin, and in the inside corner of the eyes. Highlighting the ears a little bit. Adding a few highlights in the hair. You'll see here shortly I decided to change the hair. Now I'm going in with a black pen and darkening up some of the lines. I don't like to add black everywhere, but just in a few key places. Like the outer corner of the lips and the nostrils, that upper lash line. here I'm trying to add a little blush to the bird. And I'm going to add more blush to her. She's not dark enough for me. I like to add a little more brightness, a little more darken the color, I guess I should say. She's too much all the same tone for me. Here I believe I start to go in and add more black to her hair, darken it. Sometimes just making a little change like that, just making something just a little bit darker, changing the tones, helps immensely.